Well, good afternoon and welcome to another edition of the Mayor Hull Show, where we talk about all the things that are going on in and around Rio Rancho. And I'll tell you what, we've got a lot of exciting things going on, but whenever I have this guest on this time of year, we know something's coming up. And my guest today is Dave Heil, and that means that Sunday is Fun Day is on approach. So we're always here to talk about Sunday is Fun Day and get the information from Dave Heil so that we can figure out where the fun's going to be this year and how we navigate the fun. Dave, welcome back.
Thank you. It's always a great opportunity to come and talk about Sunday is Fun Day.
Well, you know, this has been going on for years now, but what annual is this?
This is the 11th annual Mayor's Sunday is Fun Day.
Now, last year we had, obviously the 10th annual.
Yeah,
that was
right.
that you got through a whole decade of this, and
Right.
to commemorate that, you stuffed the mayor in a big rubber ball.
That's right. We thought we'd see how we could hurt him.
Yeah. So we had knocker ball last year, and so last year the theme was 10-year anniversary. We had I think it was a treasure hunt, wasn't it, or a scavenger hunt?
It was a treasure hunt. It was kind of a little bit of a pirate theme, idea, and we had our little family riding in the pirate ship, and then we did a treasure hunt for some of the vendors that were participating in the event.
That's excellent. So this year's theme, now I know this is the 11th year for Sunday's Fun Day, but kind of a special year for the city.
It is. It's the 35th year of Rio Rancho being a city, so it's our birthday.
That's right. So the city of Rio Rancho is celebrating its 35th birthday this year, and 35 years as a municipality. So it's been a while, and Sunday is Fun Day has become an integral part in who the city of Rio Rancho is.
Well, or at least a way for the citizens of the community to kind of come out and enjoy a fun day, a picnic, if you will. Kind of getting together, building relationships with each other, and kind of a positive environment.
Now, talking about the Sunday's Fun Day, last year seemed, as we look at it, seemed to be a complete and total success. Last year we moved it from the Rio Rancho practice field to Haynes Park.
Right.
Park.
Yep.
And it seemed to be an absolute success. Let's talk a little bit about some of the numbers we had last year. How many vendors did we have last year?
We had over 125 vendor booths.
125 vendor booths.
Some vendors take 2 or 3 booths, so it's probably somewhere in the 100+ range of vendors.
And as far as people in attendance,
we exceeded 6,000.
Went over 6,000.
Right.
So I got to tell you that the reason I want you to point that out is because anybody that's thinking about getting involved in this particular event, the booth space is extremely inexpensive for the amount of people that we're going to try to get to go by your booth. So last year, 125 booths, 6,000 people, and the average booth rental was, give or take, what?
Well, each space is $100. Although this year, to try and encourage people to get engaged earlier, we've established the early bird rate as $100, and if you wait till after June 30th, then the rate goes up to $125. So, you got 3 weeks now. Let's get your booth applications in, and we're getting them in daily. People are, requesting registration forms for a booth space. So.
Well, it's been impressive about how Sunday is Fun Day has grown as a Rio Rancho community event. It draws people in from Albuquerque and the surrounding communities, from Corrales and Bernalillo. We see people coming, seeing what we're doing as a community, which is great. So last year your theme was treasure hunt. This year, talk about your theme this year.
Well, again, it's built around the birthday, but bringing the community together for this birthday party. In essence, this is Rio Rancho's birthday party.
Celebrating the city on its 35th anniversary.
We're going to have the mayor pop out of a cake. No, I'm kidding.
Well, that's the first time hearing of this. Nothing like getting surprises on TV.
That was just off the top of my head.
Let's just hope that it's chocolate or something. Oh my goodness. Well, so big birthday celebration.
Right.
Lots of activities once again, but one of the things that a lot of people go for is the activities and the food that's there. There's a lot of people that come in. Tell us about some of the activities. Tell us about the food, but save the main event for last so we can really talk about what the mayor's challenge this year is
Okay.
going to look like.
I'll do that. Well, you know, we always try to have inexpensive food, so it's a family can come out and enjoy the day inexpensively. So we have the Knights of Columbus back. They're going to do hot dogs and hamburgers, and it'll be, you know, inexpensive. We'll also have Papa John's pizza, Kona Ice, hot stuff, doing snow cones. We do have room possibly for a couple more food vendors. If anyone's interested, they ought to, you know, get with me real soon.
Can I give a shout out to a barbecue vendor? It'd be great to get turkey legs there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it would. Do we have a turkey leg vendor that you're aware of?
Looking for a turkey leg vendor.
Okay, and then we have the City of Vision, Civitan, they'll probably be doing their corn on the cob again. And also, keep in mind, this is a picnic. It's okay to bring a picnic basket, you know. There'll be places to kind of spread out a blanket and enjoy a picnic, so.
Absolutely, absolutely. So along with the food, now the activities. Now usually we've got a show set up.
We do have entertainment.
Entertainment.
You know, we're going to have, you know, well, one of the groups that contacted me recently was the it's a pipe and drum corps. So we're going to have them for a little bit, maybe a half hour, kind of to close out the day is what we're thinking, because it's kind of on an upbeat. But we're also going to have, you know, rock band for some of the time, and there's a chorus group that's going to do some singing for us. That I've seen their tapes, and they look, you know, high quality entertainment. So we're working on that. But some of the other things to have fun doing is the swimming pool will be open, so there'll be no charge, no additional charge for the swimming pool. I mean, just, you know. And it's also a nice way to cool off on a hot August afternoon.
So bring a swimsuit.
Yeah, you can bring a swimsuit. But there's also, you know, we'll have the mechanical bowl back again, and we'll have the fun jumps. And there's always the vendors have some creative games, et cetera, for people to participate in.
So you've got the now. Last year we've always had the rock climbing wall. Are we getting the rock climbing wall back?
Yeah, we're working on the rock climbing wall. That's always a challenge because you have to go out and, you know, find the right one, right people that'll help us do it. We'll also have a silent auction. Great opportunity to get some bargains on, you know, local business.
Now, last year, your silent auction had some pretty nice gifts in there.
Yeah.
So if you'd like your company recognized, you know, at the Sunday's Fun Day, and you have something that you'd like to contribute for the silent auction, make sure you get hold of Dave Heil. He'll direct you to the right place to make that contribution, so we can get your item in the silent auction, and that really helps the event out as we raise money and just have a great time. So silent auction.
It's also a great place to cool off because we have the silent auction in the community center that's air conditioned. Okay.
Well, there you go.
See.
So if you're not getting cooled off in the pool, you can get cooled off in the community center.
Exactly.
Well, that's excellent. That's excellent. Okay, so you mentioned inflatables.
I did.
You know, the jumps, the fun jumps,
yes.
is what you referred to.
Yes. Well, I didn't want to.
You've got a special inflatable coming, is what I'm understanding.
We got 2 special inflatables.
2 special inflatables.
And they're part of the mayor's competition this year. We're going to have a relay competition using a giant water slide and obstacle course. So this year, we're looking for teams that will come out and compete against the mayor's team to win that trophy that's sitting in your lobby, okay? Now, the mayor has the trophy, and of course, he's going to want to try and keep it. But we're looking for businesses that want to come out and challenge him. And we're looking at teams of 6 members. We'll probably have 4 on the relay at a time, but it'll be an elimination process, so it will go on for a little bit.
So I do have the Tony Popper Cup, and it is sitting in my office. It's a big cup. Last year, my team won it in the knocker ball contest, which was a lot of fun. But we won it from Parks and Rec, and curiously enough, Parks and Rec didn't bring the trophy to the event, so I had to get it from them later.
Right.
But I promise I will bring the trophy and surrender it should it be lost to another team. We will make sure that that I bring it, and you don't have to come chase it down from me, Jay Hart. Sorry, gotta razz Jay a little bit there, because I want to throw a shout out to Parks and Rec, because Parks and Rec plays a really critical part in helping us get Sunday's Fun Day set up. and they work hard. They work hard to make sure that this is a great event, working with the coordinators, making sure the park's ready to go, making sure the facilities are the way they need to be so that we can get this set up. So I do want to take a moment to shout out to Parks and Rec and talk about the great job that they do. But that being said, let me ask you this. How can individuals and businesses and sponsors get involved in the event? Obviously, there's the team competition. They can sponsor a team.
By the way, if you hadn't said something about Parks and Rec, I certainly would have, because they're outstanding in terms of our support for this event. I mean, they're key to making it happen. But with regard to how people can get involved, we've got sponsors. We've got some of our sponsors are already climbed on board, and we have different level of sponsorships so that people can structure it to what they might want to do for this event. In fact, most of our levels of opportunity to participate have evolved over the years based on what different businesses wanted to do. I mean, one year we had a business that wanted to have their annual picnic at Sunday is Fun Day. So we just set everything up for them. We had the tent for them, we had the tables and chairs. All they had to do is come and have fun. And then in other cases, there's businesses that, they want to have a banner, they want to have a special advertising, and we've had each year we have an event guide that the Observer does that has different kinds of advertising for the back page of the guide. It has can be part of a sponsorship, and different levels of advertising within this event guide, which by the way goes out to I think it's 18,000 people in the community, plus we hand them out at the event. So it's some good exposure for businesses. So that's from a sponsor standpoint. And then booth vendors. Like I say, people are lining up now. I'm getting 3 or 4 requests a day for people who want, a booth space or spaces. And again, the contact is the same. And then there's the Mayor's Challenge, where businesses might not want, or organizations might not want to have a booth space, but they would like to, challenge the mayor. And again, I'll be the contact for getting that coordinated. But they'll have T-shirts for each one of the team members, and they'll have logos of their team, and then also logos of the other sponsors for the event.
Now, we keep talking about people contacting you, so give us your contact number, email address. Let's get that out to them right now, and then we'll continue to put that up throughout the show.
My email is Dave Heil, DAVEHEIL 16 @msn.com. Or they can call me at 228-7189. That's 228-7189. And if they'll get a hold of me, then we'll get a registration form or a team, competition application, etc., out to them. Easy as clicking on an email to get the registration form.
Now, along with that, I know, and I talk about this a lot because I'm big on the social media. I also know that Sunday's Fun Day has its own Facebook page. Been out there.
Rio Rancho Fun Day.
Rio Rancho Fun Day on Facebook.
Right.
So you can go out there and like that page, follow it. There'll be event updates, and there's also updates on that page as to different things that are going on around the city. We don't use it exclusively for that, but we want to make sure that you're kind of following that link, so that way when we set up the event date, we'll get that out. We'll start sending out invites and reminding people to come to Sunday's Fun Day. Put it in your calendar. Speaking of calendars, what date is it this year?
Well, it's August 21st from noon to 4 o'clock. And I want to say that we also, on that Facebook page, as we mentioned the sponsors, and we mentioned new vendor booth participants. When we get their check and we got them set up on the schedule, then we mention them on the Facebook page. So we want to keep acknowledging the people that are supporting this event. So.
Absolutely. The way the event is laid out in Haynes Park, and acknowledging the vendors and making sure that everybody gets recognized, please give Dave a call for anything. But along that recognition, there's an organization that really gets in behind Sunday is Fun Day, and Dave Dave, you're a member of that organization. You recruited me into that organization a few years back, and that is the Rio Rancho Kiwanis Club. And talk to us about Kiwanis and how they get involved in the event, and not only that, but how people can get involved in Kiwanis if they wanted to get it.
Sure.
So if they were so inclined.
Well, first of all, the webpage for Kiwanis is rioranchokiwanis.com. And Kiwanis is spelled Kiwanis, so it's rioranchokiwanis.com. You can also go to that webpage for more information about Sunday is Fun Day. But Rio Rancho is one of 3 clubs in the southeast part of Sandoval County, Kiwanis clubs. The focus of Kiwanis is serving children. Our particular club does several things to serve children. We buy back-to-school clothes for kids from families in need. We read to kids at one of the preschools and give them each a book to take home. We're trying to encourage kids to read, and we also support 2 key clubs. Key clubs are like junior Kiwanis clubs at Cleveland High School and Rio Rancho High School. We support the Sandoval County Juvenile Justice Board, which is a stay in school and graduate kind of program to help kids pay for their summer school so they stay and graduate with their class. We are the lead organization in coordinating Sunday is Fun Day, but we couldn't possibly do it without our friends from the Boys and Girls Club, from Parks and Rec, from our friends over at the City of Vision Civitan, Boy Scouts, all kind of come together to help make this event work. So
that is great. That is great. Well, I'll tell you what, I know that there's a lot to cover here. The one thing I really want to touch base on before we get close to wrapping up here is last year we had 6,000 people come to Haynes Park, and if you've ever been to Haynes Park, you know there's a parking issue at the park with that many people that come in. So I want to talk a little bit about our partnership in the parking area and what we're going to do this year, what we tried to do last year, and there was some success to that, but what we're going to be doing this year to help with the parking so that we can get this word out is that we really don't want people parking at the park or down the streets. Where do we want them parking?
Well, let me say that the people that used the Intel parking lot last year parked their car and were over to the park within 10 minutes. I mean, they were dropped off at the door of the park. And those people who went looking in the neighborhood to find a place to park their car, it was probably 20 minutes after a lot of aggravation and trying to park their car. So we're encouraging people to park at Intel, park at Intel, and catch the bus. We got the Boys and Girls Club buses running back and forth. We've got city buses running back and forth. And it's really the best way to attend this event.
I can tell you, I used the park and ride for this event last year just to get a feel for how it was operating. And what you want to do is go to the Intel parking lot, which is right across the street from Haynes Park. The traffic directors will take you in, give you a space. You'll get on a bus. They'll carry you right across the street, drop you off at the front entrance at Sunday is Fun Day. You'll enjoy your time, and when you're done, you go right back to that same spot. They pick you up. They take you right back to your car. You just cannot beat it for service, and it will eliminate a lot of the aggravation of parking way down the different side streets and trying to walk all the way in and trying to find that space. So what's the cost to park at Intel?
There is no charge for parking at Intel.
That's what I wanted to get across.
There is an admission charge for the event. It's a whole $1. It's $1 for adults or those over the age of 12.
Okay.
And so, you know, this isn't an expensive event purposely. I also want to mention that although this is a picnic for the community and to bring the community together, it also turns into being a fundraiser every year. And we help raise funds for youth groups in the community. So
that's great.
But
that's great.
Park at Intel.
Park at Intel. So, Dave, we've got it. We've got the fun covered. We've got the sponsors covered. We've got the participation covered. Anything else that you can think of that we need to add to this to make sure people get the best Sunday is Fun Day experience? Anything?
Park at Intel.
Park at Intel. Yeah, and bring $1. Yes, bring $1.
Bring $1.
And I'll tell you what, you'll have a blast. Sunday is Fun Day. It's just a lot of fun. I get a kick out of it every year, and we get over there. The community has fun, but I'll tell you, sometimes in August it can be hot, and so using that park and ride. I'll tell you, the park and ride costs nothing, but I'll tell you what, it costs you a little bit of sweat
Yeah.
walking in from somewhere around the area. So Parking Intel. Anything else, Dave?
Just that Haynes Park is a cool place to be. Shade, swimming pool, community center.
Lots of fun.
Lots of fun.
Well,
And Park at Intel.
Sunday is Fun Day is one of the great events that we have in Rio Rancho. Sunday is Fun Day is one of those signature events that really makes Rio Rancho what it is. Along with other events that are coming up, we've got the 4th of July parade that's coming up that we want you to get registered with. You can talk to Parks and Rec about how to get registered for that. On the 4th of July weekend, that Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we also have Pork and Brew going on out at the Santa Ana Star Center, out at City Center. And this year, the 4th of July parade will be out at City Center on Monday. And then, of course, 4th of July evening, there will be fireworks. So there is a lot going on around Rio Rancho, a lot of fun to be had. If you have any questions, look us up on the city website at www.rrnm.gov, and you can find out about all the things that are going on, or go out and visit the various different Facebook pages that deal with the City of Rio Rancho, Parks and Rec, Sunday Fun Day, Greg Hull, Mayor of Rio Rancho. We've got a lot of information on those Facebook pages about how you can have a great time in Rio Rancho. Thank you again for joining the Mayor Hull Show. We look forward to talking to you the next time.